Hey guys, just wanted to check in with you guys, let you guys see the can designs here a little bit without the plants in them. I just wanted to do just a quick video just to show you what I have done outside. This maybe will help you see a little bit better. Start out with a Mountain Dew can, of course. And what I end up doing is the first design that I had was actually this. I normally would use the bottom half of the can, but since I've used all those up, I'm going to show you the top half here. It's, same principle, very, same design and everything. It's just that instead of having this big hole that you would have to patch or figure out how to get around or use, the other one doesn't have a hole in it, so the bottom half doesn't have the hole. So I'll quit rambling here and get on to it. What I end up doing is I use a razor blade. Let me show you the tools I use here. There's just a typical razor blade, and then I've used these things all my life, but I don't remember what they are called. So maybe somebody can put in the comments what those are called. But usually what I do is I start out with I have like a little platform that I'll rest the knife on, and I'll just set it here and I'll just twist it. Of course, I measure up how much I think it's going to be, and obviously I can't use a Rockwool cube because then that would cut it way too short, because the bottoms of the can obviously they're kind of indented going in. So but I just take the razor blade, cut around the edge. Be extremely careful when you're working with these tools. Working with metal, you probably most definitely want to use gloves and possible eye protection. I don't know what other safety equipment should be used. Maybe somebody can put it in the comments or something. But you want to be extremely careful. Kids, don't do this without asking your parents. And anybody else out there, please, use some common sense. Don't do something that's going to hurt yourself. It's just not worth it, okay? So I happen to work with these, and it seems to do okay. And I haven't not cut my hands yet, so, I'm doing things properly. So I just wanted to make you guys aware. So I cut this way. I usually just turn the can and cut it. Once the can is separated in half, I haven't found a use for the top half yet, but the bottom half, that's what I use. I end up what I end up doing is the bottom, like I said, has a big, I guess you can actually see it here best. So this actually goes up. So what I end up doing is using something flat, and what I end up doing is I somehow just kind of flatten it out, and it takes a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, but it works out well. So we're gonna pretend like this is a bottom half of the can, because it's pretty much the same dimensions and everything. What I do then is, after I flatten the bottom, I'll take this, and I do this part last, because if I mess up and puncture a hole in the bottom or bend it and the aluminum rips or whatever, I don't have put all the work. I haven't put all the work into the top without getting the bottom, fixed. But essentially, I cut these and I cut the around the can, but in quarters. So it's just one here, one there, one here, and one here. So I just use this. I put it on there, squeeze it really hard, and then sometimes I need to grab it with this hand and bend it just to slightly to actually get the cut there. So once I do that, I stick the Rockwool cube in. Now ultimately you want to have the Rockwool cube, this obviously the can's got to be taller, so I cut the can taller than the Rockwool cube. Then I make the slits down, and I try to keep them slightly above where the Rockwool cube is, so that way when I fold, I fold this down and I kind of crease it a little with my fingers here to make it kind of stay in place. Hopefully then it acts kind of as a down ramp into the Rockwool cubes. So that's all I do is I end up folding all 4 sides down, which I've previously folded before the before this video started, so that I could do it all right. But so then I fold it down. Each one's overlapped, with the exception of this side. In this particular case. Now you could go through the effort of trying to fold one of these down underneath the side ones. I wouldn't recommend it because it's dangerous, but on top of that, when you go to fill it, I mean, you can pick it up and say, oh, okay, this feels like it needs another ounce of water or hydro solution, whatever you're using. Or what I like to do is I just like to open that back up, look down inside, and there I have the level. Sometimes it's hard to see due to lighting and that sort of thing. Water is clear, hydro solution for the most part is clear. So, and when I say hydro solution, I mean hydroponic solution, sorry. But you know, it leaves a nice little way, and then it kind of snaps up and it kind of snaps back. The only thing is you sometimes, you know, when you're done, you just kind of put a little more pressure on it. The seedling usually comes up. Now, if you make the can too tall, these will cover up the seedling, or, you know, so you need to kind of measure things out a little bit. I haven't measured one out, so I can't give you guys dimensions, but this was the first design that I happen to have. Now then the second design was actually this one here. Now, I liked the first design. I thought it did an excellent job of keeping the sun out of the rock wool and the hydroponic solution. So I give some things up with this design, but I was only getting one rock wool cube because I haven't figured out how to seal the top. I guess I could use something and seal it, but you only get one rock wool cube per can. So I wanted to see if there was a better way to make a better, you know, that might hold more than one. Because I usually plant in even numbers, and sometimes a lot of the seeds just come out in even numbers. And then you could always just put one in here and have space for the next little guy that's coming along. Whereas with the other can, you know, there is no fitting 2 in here that I am aware of. Somebody else is probably creative and can do it. Now, I've noticed I will fit 2 in here, 2 rock wool cubes. They fit side by side with plenty of room around them. I did note that if I were to trim down the rock wool cubes on, you know, knock off the top part here, that sticks, you know, makes it a little bit wider. Maybe even have to take off a little bit of the side. If I did that with all 3 of them, taking off the sides, I found that I can fit 3 in there. Now, I don't do that because I think that the rock wool cube holds more moisture when you don't trim it. You know, so that's just what I do. So one note of importance, when you make your cuts, make sure that the part you drink from is facing you, at least facing where you're going to cut. This is a pretty simple, easy way to do it. I just cut down here, cut this way, and cut this way. So I'll stand the can up, I'll cut it this way, and then after that I'll lay it down, and I'll cut this way, and I'll cut this way. And that's how I end up with this. I usually hold the rock wool cube. Oops. I'll usually hold the top side of a rock wool cube up, and usually mark it with a Sharpie. Is what I do. I'm starting to get to know now that I just kind of line it up with here, you know, essentially just outside of where the drinking part is. I line it up there and then cut down, and that's usually pretty good. So I do recommend making these cuts first, and then, you know, laying it down and doing these 2 cuts next. Otherwise, I haven't, you know, I found that works a lot better. So maybe you'll find something different, I don't know. But that's just kind of the design I came up with. I don't know if anybody else has done this design before. I haven't seen any videos on it or anything. You know, most people probably just end up having 3-inch neck cups, which I didn't have and I don't have at the moment. So I was just trying to find a simple solution to the issue that I had of not having the net cups. So this is what I came up with on the fly one day, and it's been working well. I haven't gotten to the stage in my production yet on my lettuce to where I need to move them out of this and into something bigger as of yet. And not to say that that's not going to happen tomorrow, but this is just what I have. This is what I came up with. Hope this video helps somebody. And you got any better ideas? Certainly post them, and then people can stop watching this videos and start watching yours. But yeah, I just threw it together there. So hopefully this video will help somebody, give somebody some ideas, maybe give them, you know, something to just play around with. Once again, be extremely careful. Don't cut yourself, please. I haven't cut myself yet, but I handle these with great care. I've been cut by metal before, and I know that it can cut very deep and it can be a very serious issue. So please be extremely careful when you're messing around with this at all. So just be aware. So thank you guys. I'll talk to you guys later.